Hey guys, Chuck Shumwell here from Southgate Ford, and every time I come on, I want to make it easier for you to buy or lease a vehicle, and I use my own experiences to come on and explain things and give tips and pointers on what to do to make things easier for you. So today I'd like to talk about your trade-in, and there's not a lot of trade-ins today because most people lease anymore, but every now and again we'll get a trade-in, and my story goes from I had a fella earlier on or later on last week that came in and had a trade-in, and he acted very paranoid. He was an older fella, and I can tell that he was put through the hoops at other dealerships, and he was headed to other dealerships after me to try to find his best deal for his trade because he was under the influence that the AZ X plan was your best deal. And according to the UAW contracted price, it is your best deal. But we all know from watching my other videos that sometimes other dealerships charge things like dock fees and pack payments with back-end products. But, the story is he came in and for one, if you go in and get your car appraised at a dealership and the salesperson asks you, what do you need for it or what do you want for it? Don't tell them. And you might say, Chuck, why would you do that? Because you're in the car business. I do that because everything I do is totally transparent. Everything is in writing. Everything is out in the open. I have nothing to hide. I'm not going to pressure you into a vehicle like the old days. So this old fella comes in, older fella, and I don't ask him how much he wants for his trade like I'm assuming the other couple of dealerships did. And I take his trade over to the used car manager, and he puts a number on it, and I come back and tell him. Well, he didn't really feel at ease with that, and I knew that he wanted that in writing, so I went ahead and I didn't wait for him to ask me for that, but I went ahead and printed everything out for him. The price, the trade-in value, everything that you can possibly want, I sent him home with it. But here's the thing. When you go into a dealership and you want to do a trade-in and the salesperson says, well, what do you need for it? Ask the salesperson, what does it matter what I want for my vehicle? Is it going to change the appraisal that the used car manager puts on that vehicle? It's probably not going to change. So at that point in time, it's none of your business or none of the salesperson's business what you're looking to get for your trade. Let them go and get the car appraised and come back and then start your negotiations process. So if the car is coming back at $10,000 and you think that you should get 12, and the salesperson says, hey, what do you need for this? Say, just go tell me what you give me for it. He comes back at 10, you're expecting 12, and he says, can I have that in writing? And the salesperson says, no, I can't do that. Well, why not? Because I don't want you to go shop my trade. Well, no, I'm guaranteed you're not going to come back to me if I tell you that, right? Because right now I look shady. So ask the salesperson, are you willing to put that in writing? And if he says, yeah, and if he also says, now that I've told you what I give you for your trade, what do you need for it? You want to cut out all the crap? Just tell the salesperson what you need for the trade. And don't be dishonest with them. Just tell them. Say, hey, I was over here and so said they'd give me 10, 5, or 11. If you can match that or beat that, then maybe we can do business. Can you do that? So I'm coming on tonight to try to make your life easier if you have a trade-in and want to go to a dealership and see what they offer. Now, remember this. We're not going to give you retail for your car. So if you look at Kelley Blue Book and all these things online and it says your car should be worth this much, understand that if we take that car in and we're selling it, we have to recon that car. And we have to make it up to snuff legally to sell that car again. And then we have to make a profit because, big surprise, a dealership is not a non-profit organization, right? So we're there to make money on the vehicles that we take in. But if you're up front with the salesperson after the first number, when I say after the first number is when they come back and say, okay, this is what we can pay you for your vehicle, they're either going to do it or they're not. But I'm trying to prevent you from going through all the stress of going from dealership to dealership to dealership and having all these people not be straight up with you, not put anything in writing for you because they're afraid you're going to go somewhere else. But I'm asking you this. If you come to me and I give you all the information that you need in writing, let you go on with it, and say you go to another dealership and they give you $500 more than what I gave you, I'm going to ask you this, and I'm going to ask you right then and there. Come back to me and tell me what they gave you if it's more than what I gave you. Give me a shot to go to the owner of this dealership to see if he will match what they're giving you. But it has to be in writing, because you can't just come in and verbally say that so-and-so is going to give me $800 more than you did. But if they won't give it to you in writing, which means they're not going to give you that amount. So I hope this helps you guys. I come on every once in a while when I got a story to tell. I'm here to give you the facts and the truth and be totally transparent, because, I've always, in this business, of 32 years in this business, I've always said I'm going to help people buy cars opposed to selling people cars. And there is a difference, because people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And I'm not in it to, what I've heard other salespeople say in my career is a one-night stand. That is not what I'm here for. I want to help you now. I want to help you 3 years from now. I want to help your kids, your parents, your friends. And this is what I do. This is how I feed my family. So to give you all the secrets of the trade might make other dealerships angry, but it makes my customers happy and feel safe that they can come to me knowing that whatever I tell them is going to be accurate, honest, and good information. So if you guys got any questions, whether you're buying a Ford or Chevy or Chrysler, doesn't matter. I've been around a long time. I know a lot of people. I know a lot of answers. My cell phone number is 734-642-6681. I invite you to call me. Hit me up on Facebook message. Give me the questions that you have. I'll be glad to help you, whether you're buying from me or not, and make your life a lot easier. So Chuck Shumwell, Southgate Ford, you guys have a great night. God bless. We'll hope to talk to you soon.